Constricting information through one centralized source is the antithesis of how the field works and how sustainable systems really work.
Our education, media, and even our scientific inquiry are funneled through the same centralized control grid. Just as alternative technologies are being kept from us, so are alternative perspectives. One curriculum taught, one scientific worldview accepted. Left and right media are essentially owned and sponsored by the same handful of companies, and censorship is ramping up daily. What's being censored? The people and content that would empower us as individuals with information and tools that support our freedom.
The ultimate empowering of individuals happens with information. The unified field itself is essentially an information transfer system at every scale. Constant feedback is what enables any system to thrive, be it a body, an organization, an ecosystem, or a civilization. The battles of everyday people have so far kept the internet open and free enough that countless truth media sources are becoming available that are beyond partisan politics in their authentic search for facts, evidence, and common sense. The following of many of them is rivaling and surpassing that of so-called mainstream news. As effective as the consolidation has been, there are many areas where the agenda is being revealed and people are refusing to tolerate it. So far, we've been effective against governments and corporations who try to get RFID chips into our bodies, by which they could further track and control us. There are growing movements to expose pedophilia rings and stop child sex trafficking in Canada, the Netherlands, Australia, Belgium, the UK, the US, and elsewhere. In addition to the horrific abuse of innocent children, these networks are used by the cabal to get photos of influential people engaged in sex with minors, which they use as blackmail to keep the control agenda in place. Also on the progress list, even before the closing of schools in the 2020 pandemic, there were already increasing educational options to replace the mandatory indoctrination of traditional government schools. And through the hard work and tenacity of independent journalists and truth seekers, marginalized topics are now beginning to go mainstream. Even the New York Times, CNN, and the Vatican have all finally confirmed that yes, there are videos and other official sightings of UFOs, and that whoever is making these ships has capabilities way beyond anything in the known military fleet.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. The ability to hover over the water and then start a vertical climb from basically zero up towards about 12,000 feet and then accelerate in less than 2 seconds and disappear is something I had never seen in my life.